What's up, everybody? Opening day of archery season here in Georgia. I had to work yesterday and had somebody come in a little bit early for me so I could sneak in here in the woods before daylight. We've got a few bucks on this small little piece of property that had a pretty good bit of history with throughout the summer. Watched them grow and in their bachelor group still for the most part. They all drop velvet in the last 3-4 days, at least the bucks that I've been seeing on a regular basis. So they've been pretty consistent the last week, showing up here where we're going to move in. It's a great setup this morning. We got a pretty strong east wind, which we don't typically have in Georgia on a regular basis, but for this setup, an east wind should work out beautiful for us. So I'm gonna get in here and get set up and be back with you. Well, that all happened pretty quick. It is super windy for Georgia in September this morning. I mean, it's like 10 minutes after shooting light, legal shooting light, and had 4 bucks come in right at daylight. Opening day. The shot looked good. This terrain, it runs from behind me. It comes down and runs to the east, and it's a pretty gradual slope, coming down this hill. And the only tree that I could find with any cover, there's cover up next to this holly tree here, and the only tree I could find is probably 6 or 7 inches in diameter, and I had it picked out for an east wind, but the tree's leaning downhill, and super hard for me to keep an eye on the camera and make sure all the deer were in frame, and and then take a glance over. Doesn't get much better than that, huh? I really hope that I had all those bucks in frame. There was one buck down below him. He probably had a little bit wider frame than any of the other 3 biggest ones, but his body just didn't look big, and I'm pretty confident that the one I got has been the dominant buck in here, best of my knowledge. Obviously this morning is first morning I've laid eyes on them this close, in the woods. Just been watching them from quite a distance all summer. I'm gonna give him just a few more minutes, climb down, and we'll go go from there. Well, a little past 8:45, almost 9 o'clock time frame. Went down and took a look at the arrow. I mean, I saw it was a clean pass through. He was slightly quartering to me. Not a whole lot of blood on the ground, and like I said, I didn't hear him crash, although the leaves are super wet. Not that that makes a whole heck of a lot of difference, but didn't hear him crash. Didn't find a whole lot of blood. So best I could tell from the camera footage, shot might have been a little back, and if anything, you know, maybe exit was a little back. So I think the best option is just to get out of here and give him some time. I didn't push past the shot site. Arrow buried pretty heavy in the dirt, covered in dirt, you know, saw a little bit of blood on there and whatnot. So I'll just give him some time. Hopefully the rain will hold out for me. Go back, eat a little breakfast, drink some coffee, visit with the family, and maybe I can find some help. I don't know, seems like all my hunting buddies are gone, so anyways, I'll be back and hopefully we'll recover him in a short time frame, and we'll keep you posted. Where are we going?
Okay, if I leave this open?
Yeah. Hey, where y'all going?
That's a good idea.
We're gonna go get a buckaroo?
Yeah.
8:05 maybe?
Heading to make the recovery now.
All I could see was his head.
Mm-hmm.
And so he walked right between these two trees here, and this one blocked his head, so I didn't get a good look at his head there. But I already knew he was a buck, you know, and he had 3 or 4 on one side.
Mm-hmm.
And he took a step right here, and his head was behind here, but his body was in perfect shot.
Yeah.
Placement. I let her rip, Tater Chip.
Yeah, it's a pretty good little hiding hole right there.
Yeah. And I had my face mask on, and I was all hunkered down.
What'd you find, guys?
What you boys find down here? You want to grab his horns? Grab them.
They're not horns. They're antlers.
Okay, you are absolutely right.
Whoa.
Got him?
How many?
All right, let's go.
Count the points for me real quick.
Yeah, count them out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So it's a 7-pointer, right?
Yeah, 7-pointer deer.
Wow.
I named him 7-pointer.
Say good job, Randy.
Good
job,
job,
Randy.
Thank you, man.
I named him 7 deer.
Okay.
Ah.
What's up? Hey, we got him.
We got him.
Well, it's about 1:15. It's been about 5.5, 6 hours since I came out here this morning. I just took a quick glance at the arrow this morning. The arrow was buried up in a pretty good bit of dirt. It did have blood on it, but a lot of dirt from where it was buried in the ground. So it was super hard to tell any information really on the arrow other than it hit the deer, which I saw the arrow make a clean pass through. So got Kyle and Randy here with me. Randy shot one this morning. We went and got his and got it all cleaned up. So like I said, it's been about 5.5 or 6 hours now. So we're gonna walk back down in here and hopefully we'll walk right up on him.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Hopefully he's right.
Yeah.
Some good back cover though.
And they all ran that direction more or less, you know.
Nick don't know it yet, folks, but I found his deer. I see an antler. We're gonna get him to come over here and tell him I found some blood. I don't know, maybe just keep working up this way a little bit.
Pretty confident it was blood though.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all. Y'all.
Freaking pig, dude.
Big blood. He's a damn big deer.
All dark down his back.
10 after 2. We, how far you think we are? Probably, what, 80 yards?
I don't have great perspective the way we came around.
Just back, I mean, literally it's elevation-wise directly behind us. I mean,
less
maybe,
than 100 for sure.
yeah. So 10 after 2, less than 100. Like I said earlier, I never heard him crash. It was wet this morning, 10-12 mile an hour wind. 4 of them, you know, they ran in the same direction. And I felt, you know, decent about the entry for sure all along. I just was a little concerned, you know, just due to the elevation and the angle of the arrow, that, you know, anything's possible with an arrow. And then once I took a look at that arrow, you know, it was buried up in the ground, and I knew it had blood. You know, I saw it disappear, so I knew it was penetration. But like I said, he less than 100 yards, but right at probably 100 yards from, you know, where I shot him. And the only blood that we found, other than the elusive ghost drop of blood that Kyle tricked me on, was where we found him. There's a big ditch right here. We're sitting right on the edge of it. It's probably 15-20 foot high banks, and no blood in the center coming up or down it. And he got right here on this little terrace level that we're on, and like Kyle said, it's like he held his breath all the way down the hill, and when he went to take that breath coming out of the ditch, that's where he landed. I mean, it looks that way, at least, unless we just flat out missed blood. I mean, this was entry side right here, so definite lung shot. Might have nicked the lung on this opposite side, top corner of it, possibly. Probably bottom of the liver, I'm guessing. Obviously it came out kind of a third of the way back, mid cavity and low, so that's why we didn't get a lot of cavity blood. But I think there's no question about it. That's lung blood breath right there, you know. So anyways, these I said in my intro this morning, you know, these bucks, been watching them since early June, and there was this buck and another one that I believe is a 10-pointer, definitely out of about 8 or 9 different bucks, the 2 maturest deer, just based off of body size alone. The other 2 bucks that were in there this morning, almost identical rack to this one, just not, you know, not good bases on them. Brows were a lot weaker, but same width. They all have this characteristic in height on their tine length. I wasn't feeling real confident we were going to find him, but he was riggered up and right at about 6 hour mark. So I mean, it was a lethal kill from the initial shot. So I want to thank Kyle and Randy for helping me find him, and go ahead and prelude it by thanking them for helping me drag this joker out of here. As soon as we get him gutted, we got quite a bit of elevation to go up. Not that far, but elevation's going to make up for it in distance.
Big time.
Wish Nathan would have been able to be here with us, but he's gonna get settled in on one tomorrow, and I'm sure Kyle's gonna try to sneak in there down the road here in just a little while. So appreciate it, and hopefully we'll have a few more sets of antlers to show you guys throughout this year. This is opening day, Georgia 2022.
Can't beat it.
Thank y'all.